Hello, beautiful person. My name is Soulway, and this is the Soulway Journey, a podcast where I share my informations and my insights about how you can be more truly yourself and, start a journey of your soul, start a journey of joy, of fun, and of love. So today I am gonna share a bit of my information about why it makes so much sense to not become very old, to already start doing what you are actually excited about. Because that is an issue I've been seeing or feeling inside of myself, but also seeing with others quite a lot, that they kind of, wait and wait and wait, and they're like embarking on the journey of society, in a sense of this like pre-scripted idea about where we should go, what we should do. These like kind of, let's say, standard ideas for how you live a successful life. And on my last episode, I'm already talking about to redefine your reality, and this is kind of part of it, is to really choose your definitions. What does success for you mean? What does it mean for you to have a fulfilled and successful life? So I think one part is definitely to decide, okay, well, I know there's these stories about these people, they do their whole life, they do work in some company or do something that they actually don't enjoy. And then after like really experiencing it, after having the third burnout, they finally take the courage and say, okay, I really tried this out now. And I'm really gonna do actually now what I enjoy, because it doesn't work out how I did it before and how society wants me to function. And I really don't like, I really from my heart to your heart, encourage you to don't go down that rabbit hole, because it will not lead to enjoyment and to success. Because you are very individual. You are not like everybody else. There's no one in the whole world like you. And the standard idea about how life is going to go and how life is going to work is not going to work for you. Maybe there's going to be parts of it that's going to work, but the whole thing is like, don't copy it. Don't copy other people's life. Live your own life. And that's something, you could say like, that's so hard. No, it's actually not hard. That's also a definition, that it is hard to be yourself. Maybe it's even harder. You can get into the definition that it's even harder to be somebody you're not, because that's really exhausting. It's really, really, really exhausting. So the structural idea that maybe can help you understand how this functions, that when you are your true self and you're living your passion, that you actually are going to be successful and fill in the gap you're supposed to be filling in, is that we are all, like I said, individual and special. You are in a sense this unique puzzle piece. And what you were doing, if you're not following your true path, your excitement, your joy, and your passion, you are kind of copying another puzzle piece of the whole picture. And then it happens that there's friction and there's like, problems coming up, and you feel lost, you feel like you don't fit in, you feel unsatisfied. And that's because you can really imagine like a puzzle, and the whole thing, every little piece is important to make up the whole picture in the end. And if some puzzle pieces decide that my puzzle piece is not the right puzzle piece, I'm gonna copy this puzzle piece because I've been told that this puzzle piece is the right puzzle piece, then there's gonna be like piles of the same puzzle piece, but big as like gaps in the whole picture. So that's really what's happening in a sense when you are copying the path that you think is the right one. Because like I said, you're the only person that knows what is right for you. And when you do these things, the idea is that you are living your specific, unique, beautiful puzzle piece self. And in that, you are going to get the things that you need, not necessarily that you want, because that's your ego thinking, I need this amount of money, I need this amount of la 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 to be happy. But if you follow your excitement and your joy, you're going to get the things you truly need. You're going to meet the people you truly need. So that is one of the things. And also, I am super grateful to have chosen this path of following my excitement, my joy, my passion, that I was bold enough to do it. And of course, I am also, in a sense, a privileged person to have had a family that said, okay, well, yeah, try it out, you know. But I think, in a sense, that's even why I need to talk about how great it is, and that it will, if you allow it, also provide you with money and with safety and with the things. Because there was also, and I think it still is in my family, this idea about how to to serve society. And I think, in my way of seeing it now, I serve society best in being my true expression, being my full self, and not, pushing down my own needs and trying somebody I'm not. And also, I really strongly believe, and I am also going down this road right now, is that there are always possibilities to earn money with your passion. And even if you're just like starting a bit and like gradually transforming from one stage to the other, I strongly believe that it's possible. And I know a lot of people who are doing this, and I know it seems impossible maybe from your position on, but it is possible. And if you allow yourself to expand this idea of that your highest excitement, that your passion is allowing, that you're allowing this thing to support you, to unconditionally accept you in a sense, then I think it will also be like that. Yes, and if you want to tune into that also about support and unconditionality, I have another podcast about that, and I think that's really important to understand this idea of we're always supported in the things we want to believe. And if we shift what we believe, then also the kind of support we get is going to change. Yeah, and I'm let's say promoting this, and you can decide if you want to take this in, use me as a permission slip and say, yeah, this girl says that, maybe I should do it. You can use me if you want, but you can also just feel how you feel about this, because I had this moment in my life where I realized, okay, I know I could study the thing that I thought was the right thing to me. I studied psychology. I was good at it. I was okay. Like, my life was actually pretty beautiful. Like, in a sense, most people would have thought my life was great. I think it was great, but I just didn't feel fully myself. I didn't feel excited about life all the times, and I wasn't really happy in a sense about what I was doing. And I was sitting in these like lectures and thinking like, somehow I don't want to know all this stuff. Like, I want to do and create my own stuff. And I was lucky enough to have the mind freedom, because I believe that we're all actually very free. We just decide to limit ourselves. To say, okay, let's go, let's do it, let's give it a shot, I can do it. And then I applied for design school, and now I'm graduating from it, and it's been a very beautiful journey that taught me a lot. And now I'm really at a point where I can say, I really find this combination inside of me of creation, something that is myself, but also bringing the people inside, which I'm very passionate about. That's why I wanted to study psychology. And now I'm fully like creating something that is me and that is my true expression of my individuality, but also of my being human and connected with everybody else. And I'm helping people with it. And people are getting so many beautiful experiences because of this. I help them being truly themselves. If you want to book a coaching with me, you can message me on Instagram, the Soulmate Journey. Just Soulmate Journey, actually. But yeah, by the way, little ad. So the thing is that I know it is maybe a bit scary, but like you can also like, relax into the idea that it might be even more scary to do the shit thing your whole life and then not have your life fulfilled, because you could die any minute. Like you could die any minute. And there is one big regret that most people have when they die, is that they didn't live their own life. It's a bit funny, right? Because we always live our own life, but we kind of need to one day say, I'm going to take the decision for what I know is best for me, because you are the only person that knows what is best for you. Nobody else, not your parents, not your friends, not your children, not nobody, not your grandparents. Nobody knows really what's best for you, because nobody can feel how you feel about things truly. And that's why I'm talking to you today, is that it's important that you're starting to be honest with yourself. And even if it's like a small thing, if it's like being a bit more honest with yourself every day, journaling, for example, take a permission slip, whatever, if you want. Like if you need a permission slip for this, you can also ask me. I'm very good with permission slips. I'm a permission slip designer. And do something, like make these little steps, because you are already who you want to be. Like there's like, in a sense, there's nothing to be scared about. Actually, if you're not yourself right now, that's actually a bit scary, because then your friends don't know your true self. You maybe really don't know your true self. Your parents, you may be lying to them. Isn't that a bit rough? And isn't that a bit cruel of you as well? Aren't you, like, in a sense, fooling them? And you're fooling yourself, maybe even. So actually becoming your true self, and the person you are actually, and the things that is representative of this person that you're doing, the actions, the behavior, everything, that will actually attract the right people in your life. And if that means that you're gonna, maybe for a bit or forever, lose the people you are with right now, thank them. Thank them, because they were not the right people for you. And I tell you, this is really true. Your vibe attracts your tribe. And there's this really nice reel I saw on Instagram, where like this guy is having this like thing where you can have like frequencies. I'm not sure how it's called in English. And the one that is the same frequency, kind of like the same you know what I mean? If you play one, the other one vibrates with it, and you see how it moves the ball. So this is the physical like representation of your vibe attracts your tribe. That means if you're really yourself, then you will always attract the people who are yourself as well, and who are like yourself. And that means you will maybe just be for a bit alone, but maybe you're actually more alone right now, I tell you, like, because you're not with yourself and you're not with the others in that sense as well. And I was asleep for many years. When I look at myself now, it's really funny. I'm like, who's this girl? Like, she looks like she had fun. She looked like she had a good life, but I wasn't really there. And this is a question I get asked. It's like, what does it mean to be awakened? That's like such a big term, but it's actually nothing big. It's just that you live yourself fully aware of who you are, not in every moment, but just knowing, okay, I'm more than this. Like, this is just a temporary experience, and I'm more than this. I am this passionate, fully integrated person that has more than just this idea of the standard life that you're gonna live. That's being aware, that's being awake. And you don't need to wait for this. You can start it today. Start it today. And it will be a fun journey. And of course, you're going to take small steps and you're going to, do a bit more from yourself every day. And that's okay. Like, don't worry. There's no rush. Like, you're eternal in my way of seeing it. Like, you have all the time. Like, you don't need to rush, but you can start today. And what I did is, in a sense, just realizing that it's in a sense also just a permission. Like, the people that work for 60 years, or not 60, but and when they're 60 and they're almost like going into this thing where you get the money. How is it called? Retirement. So when they almost retire, they're like, fuck, no, I just didn't do the thing I actually really like to do. I really like to take pictures. I wanted to become a photographer. And then they do it. Then they give themselves a permission. Maybe they have the money now and they can, feel a bit more safe about it. But in the end, it's really just a permission. It's them saying themselves, okay, now I really, took the journey. I tried it out of not being myself for lots of years, of, thinking that happiness is outside of me, that this thing will work for me. You can do that. And then if you need that permission, be my guest, work for 30 years, get a burnout, get maybe 2, get chronically sick or something, like that's most, I'm not saying that's easy or something, but it is a permission slip for people to say, okay, now I'm going to really radically change my life. Finally, and it can be even something good. I to be honest, I was also chronically sick on many levels. Also with anxieties and stuff. So I also, I'm talking from experience in a sense. It was a big wake-up call for myself. Like, I really, 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 I'm really happy about it now. Today, I'm happy and I'm saying, hey, all this being sick and all these conditions I had, they were just big wake-up calls. They were like, hey, change your life, man. This is not good. Be yourself. Because I think that's actually the reason why we're here. That's the reason. So yeah, you can wait for that to come if you need it. But you can also just decide it today. Just say, okay, well, actually, I've seen people do this, learn from other people's mistakes. That's a really good one. I've seen people do this. I've seen people going through burnout. I've seen people, going over their limits. This system doesn't work. And the cool thing is, nobody knows what is best for you besides yourself. So you know it. You know it. And you know how you find it out. I can tell you this as well, because that's actually much easier than most people think as well. So, first step is coming back to yourself. Maybe you can close your eyes if that's good for you, but just coming back to yourself, stopping maybe what you're doing. Of course, if you're on the highway, don't stop, make a really big break or something, but just stop what you're doing, or maybe just come back to yourself if you can right now, of course, and realize what are you excited about right now. And it's really about right now. It's not about this big ass project that you're gonna finalize in 3 years and you're gonna get famous from it. No. Just right now. And whether it's making a tea, that's always very exciting for me, by the way. Making a tea, watering your plants, buying plants, also very nice. Going for a walk, calling a friend, drawing, painting, listening to music, watching a nice movie, that kind of stuff. So just realize, what are you excited about right now? What do you want to do? And then do that until you can take it no further, or in a sense, you're not just so excited about it anymore, and then do something else. And do that without any insistence on what the outcome will look like. So when you have expectations on how the outcome will look like, you're actually kind of blocking yourself from it, blocking yourself from getting where you really want to go. I think I'm going to expand on this particular formula that I'm sharing with you right now in another podcast, because it's kind of like its own topic. But if you do that, I really highly suggest it. It will make the whole process easier. So drop every insistence on the outcome, every expectations. I always almost like, I kind of see it like I have these ideas and pictures about outcomes in my hands, or in my head, and I just literally like just drop them, like let them fall on the ground, be like, I don't know, maybe it's gonna look like this, maybe not, whatever. And stay with this energy of excitement about this outcome. Outcome can be very exciting. If it's if it's like a very specific image, it will confuse your mind. So that's step number 3. And step number 4 is staying in a positive state. So very short, the idea is that you give the meaning to things. I also recorded a podcast series about this. You give the meaning to things. Life is meaningless in a sense. There's nothing like built into everything. Like there's no meaning built into things, and you give them the meaning by assigning it to it, saying, "Oh yeah, this means that, and this means that." So if you give the things the meaning, you can also just always stay in a positive state, saying, hey, actually, like I'm doing it with my sickness, this was actually very important for me because I needed to realize that I'm not living myself. So it was good that I became sick, because it was good for me. Like, stay in a positive state. That's the 4th one, no matter what happens. So that one is tricky. I'm really good at it. Lots of people struggle with it. If you don't feel like you want to do it now, you don't need to. There's no need, like you don't need to follow this. You can try if you want. This is just an invitation. You don't need to accept it at all. If you want to stay in wherever you are, you are highly, like, that's definitely very possible, very reasonable, and super valid. And the last one, I love that one. And it's called continuously examining your belief systems. And that one is very nice because, that really helps you to dig deeper, because it is kind of the mechanism of the whole thing that when you follow your excitement and your passion and your joy and your love and your woo, the belief systems that you want to get rid of are automatically coming out. Like, it's a bit like in your closet. If you always just take out the things you like you want to wear, the things that you don't want to wear will stay in the closet automatically. And you know what you need to do is to take these things in your hand and say, I don't want this anymore. I actually don't fit in it anymore. Or I don't like the color of it. I'm going to give this away. This belief system, like this clothes belief system analogy thing. For that, it needs to, like, you need to take it out. So the belief systems that you don't want anymore, they're going to come out naturally when you follow your highest excitement. How cool is that? I love that. And I'm really excited about it when I am with my friends and we discover new belief systems, and I'm like, oh yeah, I thought, what did we have the other day was like, that I'm invisible. Oh, I thought I'm invisible. How exciting. I had this belief system that I'm invisible, which is very funny one, actually. And then we can let it go. And for that, you can choose whatever permission slip you want to have. Permission slip, by the way, means I should maybe make a podcast about permission slips. I'm going to write it down. So permission slip just means that you kind of take something symbolic, or do a certain thing in order to give yourself the permission to actually do what you wanted to do. So what I do a lot is I write down my belief systems, the old ones. I cross them. You can burn them. You can I don't know, just imagine letting them go, and that will work really much. If you have any questions with that, feel free to contact me, Soulmate Journey on Instagram. I have a new Instagram, that's why I'm promoting it also. And so yeah, that is the last one. So that's how you start your journey of awakening, in a sense. It sounds a bit cheesy always, but I think it's really like, I think you're also, if you're listening to my podcast, you're also very curious about life in general and seeing more things than just the surface. And I think all these labels and science and spirituality being, two things that don't work with each other, I think that's nonsense, to be honest. And I think that we are right now transforming ourselves into an era where there's not so much separation anymore between the things. So we can see that science and spirituality are kind of, they are the same thing in a sense, seeing from different perspectives, understanding the world from different perspectives, but they're looking at the same thing, right? And I also don't really in a sense believe that spirituality is something up there or down there. I believe that spirituality is something that's always there. So, and science as well. So it is, I'm excited for the times, let's say it like this, when both will be explaining each other well, if you get what I mean. So yeah, I think that's it. Let me think. Yeah, it was super nice to talk with you about this. I'm really happy to share it, and I'm really happy that you are on this journey of discovering yourself and getting of more of who you truly are. And yeah, it's exciting. It's definitely exciting. And I wish you a beautiful day. So until next time, keep it true, keep it light. Peace out, soulmates. Bye bye.